So, this is your man, Divine Native Gamer, back again with another video. And this video is going to be about dysfunctional households. Meaning, this is about the video about Franklin. And there was another video that came out not too long recently. It said somebody's father attacked their son and got shot. I seen a video. So this is a video about how people are not actually taking time to do a lot of critical thinking during their feelings, and they realize they don't understand how extremely dangerous dysfunctional households really are. And the first thing I want to talk about is the Franklin situation. Now, Franklin, they say his son had exposed him. I see the video. And the videos I seen was about them criticizing his son, not criticizing Franklin. Franklin even said for 14 years, it's been private. They've been trying to get counseling for it. I mean, not counseling, therapy for it. This is the question they're not asking Kurt. Because Kurt has a lot of dysfunction in him. And now he wants to go on TV, well, meaning this interview, because he has the interview. I didn't get to watch the interview because I didn't want to hear what he had to say, because everyone was criticizing his son, but don't realize that you should check Franklin on his dysfunction. So here's what I want to say to Franklin and people who want to be on Franklin, side. Say, oh, well, his son, he shouldn't have posted. They said, well, he didn't post it right. It doesn't matter if you post about him staying in therapy, because the fact of the matter is, they said it's been 14 years to be going through this. Meaning he been going through his whole entire childhood, pretty much like I've been doing. I've been through a lot of dysfunction in this dysfunctional household. And you see, even on camera, I stay in the tent because of a dysfunctional household. There was no structure. There wasn't a man or woman. It was just boys and girls. So, Franklin, how is it that this been going on for 14 years? That's what you said. And you've been having therapy. You said it's supposed to be a private, very private thing about amongst family. If it was private this long, Franklin, how is it that it got to the point where he had to expose you on social media? No one's asking Franklin this question. And then we had YouTubers who said, well, like Seji, he said, well, his son was in the room for exposing and then put the whole video out. But when Seji did the video, for those who know what I'm talking about, Seji Hito, or I can't pronounce his name, but it's Seji. You know who he is. I can't pronounce his last name. But Seji, he's a YouTuber, and he did a video about it. That's the first person I've seen to do a video on him. And he was criticizing his son because he didn't put the rest of the video out. But Franklin had to make an apology and said they've been going through this for 14 years in private. Here's what Seji and LAR and Philip Scott, the Advice Show, did not do, because they're in their feelings. Listen to this. They did not never ask Kurt, how is it that for 14 whole years, to the time he was a little boy up to, well, technically he's still a boy, but I believe because he's talking about he was gay. I'm anti-gay, but this is not a video about gay people. This is a video about dysfunctional households and how extremely dangerous they are. So I'm about to tell you what really happened. Now, during this time, I was watching these videos on Seji, LAR, and the Advice Show. They all criticized his son, never criticized Kurt. In other words, they had his back. But at the same time, these are the same YouTubers say, well, brothers need a platform to express or talk about the issues they dealt with living in dysfunctional households. Not homes, holes. Households. Dysfunctional households. But you're gonna but they got into their feelings about criticizing his son. That's a problem. You're supposed to be a grown man, but then you gotta realize you're not a grown man. You're little boys that think they're grown men. Because your age changed every year, you're not a grown man. So this is why I miss having grown men, because grown brothers would have told these boys, because of your age doesn't necessarily mean that you are a grown man. See, that's what they were told them. Oh, well, I'm 30. It doesn't matter. You can still be a 14-year-old in a 30-year-old body. You can still be a 70-year-old in a 45-year-old body. But their mindset, they're grown. No, you're not. You're little boys. That's what you are. Childish little boys. Emotional little boys. All right? I just did point that out right quick about how they didn't call out Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin, this message to you. Why did he have to expose you on his phone, cuss him out, and threaten him? Because it's been in private for so long. At some point, he had to come out and get more help. Get people to say things about Kirk Franklin. This is where it gets extremely dangerous in this first hall, because these same people who I brought up about in the video, the YouTubers, said he should have kept it private. Well, listen to this. In privacy, they can do as they please with you. They can beat you, cuss you out. Technically, I'm gonna have to say the word. They can molest you, do any sexual things to you. And when people get stressed out and go through dysfunction their whole life, they can commit suicide, which that does happen. They have nobody to talk to, run to, so they kill themselves, which is pretty messed up. And dysfunctional household is extremely dangerous, and dysfunctional household is stressful. Dysfunctional household make boys and girls have that mindset where they commit suicide. But luckily he didn't. But I'm saying that's how dangerous it is. They can do as they please, because there's no one to check them on dysfunction. See, when you have no one that checks them up here on dysfunction, that caused a problem. But it said he should have left it private. It was private. But the point is, he finally got to the point where he said, okay, I'm going to let people listen to how you really are to me. Well, he talked to me. First off, Kirk Franklin, he's not about that life, because if there was a real brother, an alpha male, masculine brother, he would never go on the street and run his mouth like that. Trust me, Kirk Franklin is not what you think he is, okay? You teach church, and church is actually where a lot of devils live at. People always think of devil as in cartoons, anime, video games, movies. No, the original people who stay in this fake religion mindset, because religion is fake, it's meant to control your mindset. That's what it is. It's meant to control you, meant to tell you what you should be doing versus what you should be doing now. That's the whole point, the whole religious aspect. I can break down everything about religion right now and show you, tell you how it's fake. It's not real. It never existed until now. But I can tell you that in a whole nother video. I just want to bring it up about Kirk Franklin, because devils live in that church house. It's true. That's why when you go there and you try to convince people, they will, try to make you be quiet. Many silence you in your churches if you speak about dysfunction. And Kirk has a lot of dysfunction in him. And he doesn't know how to control his emotions. He's a little boy, not a man. Kirk is a little childish boy, not a grown man. I need y'all to understand that. You know the difference between a boy and a grown man. Kirk, again, why didn't you fix this problem if it's in private? Because apparently by being private, you was able to do as you please. But because it surfaced to social media, you got in your little feelings like always and want to apologize. Look, I don't care about your apology. You what it is, you got called out on your BS. You got called out for being dysfunctional. You got called out for threatening him. You got called out for all the things you were doing wrong. And for you to be with a female, I don't even call her a sister. I don't even call her a woman. She's a girl. That lets me know that both of you are dysfunctional. Because if you cuss around her and she doesn't check you, because a real solid sister would check you on your damn dysfunction. She would automatically tell you, do not speak that way about him. I don't care. You don't get to threaten nobody. Well, because what I'm about to say next is about the other video I just seen not too long ago. About somebody's so-called father got into a argument with his son and he got shot by his older son. I'm gonna make this perfectly clear. You're not a father, you are a sperm donor. You're not a mother, you're an egg donor. Dysfunction. See, mothers and fathers are supposed to be stable. You know, it's a functional household. You don't get to call yourself a father and a mother when you are dysfunctional. You're just sperm donor and egg donor. That's it. You're nothing else. Well, Kurt Franklin, I hope you watched that video because he got shot by his older son because he was beat up on his brother. He shot him. There's some people say he got shot 3 times, but because I was on Willie D's channel, but people say he got shot twice. But this is what happened behind closed doors, privately, when you don't have nobody to run to and somebody has to defend you, meaning shoot you or beat you up, because these are little boys who don't know how to control their emotions. You should never, ever, ever threaten anyone, especially under the same roof. He was saying, this is my house. Remember, it's perfectly clear. No one gives a damn about a house. They didn't choose to be here, dum-dum. You couldn't keep it in your pants, and Keisha, who is also dysfunctional, was in the video screaming. We gotta call out these females who want to be with Pookie and Ray Ray. The dope boys, you know what I'm saying? The gangsters over the gentlemen. This would never happen if Keisha, Tatiana, Felicia, Desiree was with the gentleman. Because he would be stable. He would have known he would know everything, how to come down, how to dissolve everything. But because Keisha, Felicia, Tatiana, Desiree, Tarika, Quita, whatever the hell her name is. I'm just throwing out names. These are dysfunctional females who love bad boys. That dude would never got shot or any got shot, period, if she was with the gentleman. I blame the female because she knew damn well this dude was unstable, but she sat there, spread her legs, and made a baby with this dude. Now, your older son had to bust a cap in you for attacking his brother. Roughly so. Guess what? That's self-defense. But they worded on YouTube discipline. No, that's abuse. There's a difference between abuse and discipline. You need to study. Open up a damn dictionary and look at the definition. Matter of fact, you're on your cell phone, laptop, or a desktop, or some from a device. Go to Webster Dictionary. Matter of fact, you can say in your phone right now, you can say, what is the definition of abuse and discipline, and will tell you what it is. And they worded like Willie worded discipline. Phil worded the same, and then when Phil was on a advice show, about the Kurt Franklin, he worded checking his son. Phil, he never checked anyone. This was that Phil the advice show. He never checked anyone. Stop being so damn emotional and actually use your brain. Kurt Franklin is to blame. If he's going to be talking about he's head of the household, he takes all the blame. Okay? Because Kurt Franklin could have been just like that dude in that video who got shot. twice, so they say, because he attacked his brother. He even said, "If you give my brother," and all you heard, pow, 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 pow. That's all you heard, gunshots. They said, "Now he's in the hospital." Well, he has proof that you was hitting him. He has proof that you were attacking him. So you cannot play victim after you put your hands on somebody. Technically, it was boys and girls who live in that house, not a home. There's a difference between a home and a house. And this is how dysfunctional, how dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. People kill people. These kind of dysfunctional households where people can just do as they please, bully you, talk about you, don't give a damn about your feelings. Even when you call them out, they still believe that they are in the right. Again, I'm going to blame the female counterpart because you knew that boy was not a grown man. You know he would never be a father. You are in the house fighting a boy, but technically it's two boys fighting. Now, there's no man and no woman in the household. But his brother had to defend his younger brother, so he shot him. I said, I feel nothing. You deserve to get shot. Keep your hands to yourself. He never disciplined him because he was never disciplined. You cannot discipline a boy if you was never disciplined. Two people who was never disciplined out the gate will not be able to discipline their youth, their offspring. So what they do, they take up the same exact dysfunctional mindset and want to abuse them, talk about them, threaten them. Until that day comes, they shoot you, beat you, stab you. Dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. People, listen. Dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. If you are a brother who went through this, from a young boy up to now, and probably still going through it, because these folks' households don't go nowhere. People say, well, they'll say it to Kurt Franklin, a son, well, he should get himself and move out. It's not about moving out, because it doesn't matter where you move at. I don't care if he had $1 million and he bought his own mansion. Kurt Franklin would still be dysfunctional, and there would still be that disrespect towards his son every time. Kurt Franklin is no more than a sperm donor, period. I have no respect for him. I have no respect for that boy. He gets none. If anything, somebody should whoop his ass, because you don't threaten somebody like that. So again, I have zero respect for Kurt Franklin, and I will never respect him ever. Matter of fact, I never had any respect for him. I'm gonna be 100%. I never had any respect for him, because I knew something about him. He was dysfunctional, and I put in the comment section, I know a dysfunctional person when I see one. How do I know? Because I came from those dysfunctional, toxic environments. Okay, dysfunctional households are extremely, extremely dangerous to your youth, because the people in there don't have structure in their lives, no form of discipline in their lives. I mean, a dude was dropping nigga this, nigga that, nigga that. I'm like, no. You don't say that. That's something you don't ever say that. Come on now. Who sits there and calls somebody nigga this, nigga that, cuss them out? This is my house. Again, no one cares about your house. It can be burned. It can burn down right now. But you will say, well, yeah, you have a house now. You can't say nothing. They didn't choose to be here. And Keisha and Felicia need to be gentlemen, because they understand, because gentlemen are stable people. But again, they love them damn stereotypes. They love them. I just seen a video right after I seen the Kurt Franklin and the son who shot his wannabe father. right after that, I was on O'Shea Gay Jackson because he loved Kevin Samuels so much. I mean, Kevin Samuels just bang him out 24/7. Kevin Samuels can say anything, and O'Shea will run to it. But O'Shea, Kevin Samuels can say jump, tell O'Shea to jump. He'll say how high. How high, Kevin Samuels? I jump as high as you want me to. But this is not about O'Shea. I'm just because they love Kevin Samuels. But I seen a video, and it was a video about this light-skinned female who was talking about she loved or like dope boys. She in the bad boys, and she was being interviewed by this brother. And when I watched it, and O'Shea was giving his opinion on it, this right here is the reason why that happened. These are the reason why dysfunctional households thrive, because these dumb, stupid, retarded females, Keisha them, Tatiana, Felicia, cannot and will not be with the gentleman, the person who get passed over by them. But they will complain about there are no good brothers. No, what it is, you choose boys and then you thinking they're grown men. These are boys, okay? That's it. Not grown men. They don't know nothing about being a man. They don't know anything about being a father. But you will spread your legs. You will uplift them. You will give them chances after chances after chances after chances. And you will still choose to be with them. That's a problem. You must check the female dysfunction. And for the actual fathers out there, I need you to listen to this. I need you to take time and listen to this message. Fathers, uncles, and grandfathers, listen to this very good. You have to be hard on these females. Stop letting these females tell you, don't be so hard on your daughter. Don't be so hard on your niece. Don't be so hard on your granddaughter. That's bullshit. Because we see this, they want that free lifestyle where they can do no wrong and pick who they want, say what they want, and then come back to you and complain about the dude who whooped their ass, or the dude who did it wrong, or the dude who didn't take care of their kids. Remind you, she's a kid herself. Kids can't take care of kids. Yeah, I said it. I don't care about your feelings, Keisha, Tatiana, Felicia, Erica, Desiree. I don't care about your feelings. You could cry all you want. But fathers, uncles, and grandfathers, you must be extremely hard on these females. Because if you're hard on the boys, that's fine. I want you to be hard on the boys, but you got to be extra hard on the females. If you told them they need to switch their clothes because they dress sexually and she get attitude with you, she needs to have, it needs to be some form of punishment because she don't want to. If she's supposed to be a wife, meaning your lady who you with, and you do have a wife, and she is a solid sister, I mean solid, and she supports you, that means she would tell the daughter, do what your dad say do, change your clothes, young lady. Go up there, change your clothes. But everybody wear this. Again, I don't care about what everybody wear. We're going to dress you the way we want to dress you. You're not going to walk around in tight jeans. You're not going to walk around with some tight shorts all between your thighs and all between your ass cheeks. Change your clothes. Do what your dad say do. Do what your uncle say do. Do what your grandfather say do. Change them damn clothes. Well, everybody, again, little girl, change your clothes. We're not going to argue with you. Change your clothes. Take that fake hair out your head. Don't put no makeup on your face. Again, I don't care because we got to check the rest of the females in the community as well. See, you have to make those females do exactly what you say do, because these little girls will grow up with that mindset. Stop listening to females telling you don't be so hard on them when you have to be extremely harder on them than you do the boys. You got to be extremely hard on these females than you do with these boys. They are the reason why we have dysfunctional household because they can't pick Jamal, Nathan, Jonathan, Christopher, you know what I'm saying? Robert, Cornelius. They can't. Philip, Brandon, Ryan. They will not pick none of Jimmy's because he doesn't fit that stereotype. You need to check their damn behavior and stop listening to females tell you what you should not be doing. Be extremely hard on their asses. Because this will continue to go on. We have a generation of dysfunction. Because these females will continue to pick the stereotype. Pookie, Rary, Time, baby kids. Not to mention, we got a lot of bed wenches, mammies, Jezebels who love white dudes, but they get beat up by white guys. You know, what's the dude? What's the white guy beat up his little ebony sex slave? What's the name? What is his name? What's it? Brad or Chad? Whatever his name is. He beat her up, and then she was talking about how he was sitting down drinking and smoothing, and he asked her, "Wow, you still alive?" You know what I'm saying? Like, they pick white Pookie Red Rays, and they pick dark skinned Pookie Red Rays, and then expect somebody to save them. Look, fathers, uncles, and grandfather, listen very carefully, because dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. Take it from me. I can tell you what I've been through, and I'm 32 years old living in a goddamn tent. That's fucked up. But guess what? I'm good though, because I don't have to deal with that shit no more. Because I can tell you, when I went to BioLife, and it was a white female there, she was a nurse, and she asked me, you know, why am I living in a tent? You know what I said? I tell what I said. Dysfunctional household. You know what she said? She said, it's better for you left out there than being there. Exactly. Because she already knew that dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. She said it's better for you to live in a tent than to be in a house like that because I have a disability. I have dystonia. Dystonia is a muscle disorder, not seizure. It's not a seizure. But dystonia is where my muscles tense up in my arms, face, neck, everywhere in my body, and it works from one part of the body to the rest of the body. So she was concerned about that because they said, well, we might not be able to keep this going because, you know, you may have a disability and you may have high blood pressure. You have no idea how stressful and how much weight I just gained. I was small 28, I was small at 29, I was small at 30, I was small at 31. But when I started getting out of my 31 to my 32, I gained so much damn weight. I am stressed. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm trying to get my disability back started. My Social Security back started, actually. But this is how it's stressful because I got into fights in the household. I had to fight for everything. I was neglected my whole fucking life. Like, what Kurt Franklin was saying, he was being neglected. But no one wanted to hear what his son said. They said, oh, he was disrespectful to Kurt Franklin. No, Kurt Franklin was disrespectful to him. Kurt Franklin knew exactly what he was doing. And now Kurt Franklin wants to do damage control because he's now being looked upon as a bad guy. Good. I'm glad he is. I don't give a damn about Kurt Franklin. Should have shut his mouth when he had a chance to. But he didn't. That's his fault. That's what he gets. Next time, he won't be threatening no damn body. Because he could wild like in that last video where somebody's son put 2 slugs in him. Ladies and gentlemen, dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Cash App will be in the description bar. I said like, subscribe, and share. Cash App and email will be in the description bar. And soon I will have a PayPal. But I have to get this off my chest because I see them criticizing the dude. Oh, but not Kirk. Kirk is dysfunctional. Kirk knew he was dysfunctional. What it is, he wanted to continue to do his dysfunction, without no one finding out how evil he is. These things go on and on for years. Okay? And now that it surfaced to, like, what they say? What do religious people say? Religious people, what you do in the dark will come to light. Well, that's what happened. What you would do in the dark will come to light. That happened to Kurt. He never thought that he'll be exposed, but now he did. And then right after the Kurt thing happened, all of a sudden, today, we got somebody getting jumped on by one of these spooky red rays. These want to play dad all day. And his older brother, they say his older brother shot him. And I was right in the comment section. Damn right, you saved your brother, because if you would have let him do what he did, he would have probably killed him. Because even in the video, he said, "I'm gonna finish you." If you're supposed to be an alpha male, masculine leader, you didn't think logical. You didn't read your emotions. You are a male, okay, and you want to be looked upon as a grown man. You think logical. See, logical brothers know how to discipline because they're disciplining themselves. You have to be disciplined enough before you have a child. If you're not disciplined, you will do the same exact thing that we see when Franklin did, and the same exact thing that those boys who shot their wannabe dad, they shot him in the chest. And that's what happens. This will continue to go on because even there are white families, there are white males and white females who went through this folks household, and you will hear this like, what? He shot his uncle? He shot his mom? Shot his dad? Yeah, because they were dysfunctional. And they go out and say, this is what I've been going through since I was 5. This is what I've been going through since I was 10. This is what I've been going through since I was a teen. And that continue. So, I had to do something to defend myself. So, I shot them. Or I stabbed them. Or I beat them up. Or I went to my next door neighbor to get somebody to fight them for me. Again, dysfunctional households are extremely dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear people say, well, he should have left in private. Well, in private, he could have committed suicide. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? But they would say, they had therapy. Therapy, most people who do therapy are dysfunctional people. Them damn selves. So stop going to a therapy who's also dysfunctional. Okay? Most of the people who are in these positions that say they can help you out are also dysfunctional. They can't help you. So get them out your business. Keep them out your damn business. But we talk about dysfunctional household and how we can have a solution for it. The solution is check the females. That's where you go. B. Simone called out dysfunctional